It's World Cup time, everybody, and our final tournament as England manager in this series will get underway today. We've got Russia, USA and Ivory Coast in our group. Hopefully we can get through. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Football Manager 2018 and part 1 of the 2034 World Cup. We are quite far into the future. We are with England, of course, and I'm looking forward to it. That's Tottenham. Let's get back into England. Our form has been a little bit rubbish, to be perfectly honest with you. We lost 4-3 to Romania, which was a bit of a bad result, and then 2 friendly losses in March against Italy and Bulgaria didn't help, but we've come back. We beat Holland and China 3-1 and 2-0, both away from home going into this World Cup. This is the squad I have picked. You will recognise some names in there, notably Paul Glatzel, who comes in for his final tournament as a player. Adilson Gomez comes in as well, Nick Long, Brett Worthington, some new boys in there though, is Alan Dennis, Rory Tucker, Chris Hammond, Ron Gilchrist, Michael Shaw I think as well, Kai Davidson, Darryl Franks. Samuel Madhu as well is a new player. He's only 23 years old, he's a Man United youth product. He's had a decent season in the Premier League this year and scored a hat-trick in the game against Tottenham. But apart from that, it's pretty much as you were for last year when we did the UEFA Nations League. Got it right eventually, didn't I? But this is the team that we will play today. We've got Mick Hall in goal, got Jesse Price, David Ayre, Stephen Brooks and Simon Ford. Dexter Brazil and Green in the middle with Tawaya, Omelade and Pickering starting behind Samuel Madhu up top. So, we need to get off to a good start today against Russia. If we lose this match, then question marks have to be asked of whether we can actually get through the group. If we come out and absolutely smash them, then it just takes the pressure off massively. I don't know what I expect from this. We only got through by finishing second in our qualification group. We lost to Ireland and we lost to Romania, so we're no longer the third best team in the world, which I think we were when we finished the Euros a couple of years ago. So definitely some improvement is needed. I've tried to keep the squad as together as possible, to try and get some dynamics going in the national side. So not many changes since the Euros at least. Here's Madhu, forward to Pickering, and it's in. It's 1-0, 18 minutes in. Pardon me, our former Everton player has got the goal there. He was actually injured for most of the first half of the season at Everton, and I put that down as to one of the reasons why we weren't performing well. Pickering is a leader in that dressing room at Everton, and he was absolutely brilliant on the left-hand side for us there, and unfortunately he was out for 5 to 6 months, I think, so a big call to bring him to the World Cup, but bring him we have, and he's repaid us within the first 20 minutes. Here's Dexter Brazil on the ball. Can he get forward? He can. He has Tawaya now. Tawaya to Dexter Brazil. Threads it forward to Tawaya. Into the middle, it's away. Now here's Brooks. Omelade. Come on. Pickering. Green. Dexter Brazil. Madhu. Come on. Madhu forward to Tawaya. This could be 2-0 here. Tawaya in the middle. Madhu scores his first World Cup goal. It's a brilliant one as well. A lovely little header off the inside of the post, and we're 2-0 up against Russia within half an hour, and this is brilliant. By the way, the World Cup is in China for 2034, if you haven't seen that anywhere else. Which is an interesting location, which was the main reason why we picked them as a as a friendly opponent before the tournament, just to get used to the climate, used to the conditions, and we've certainly started as we mean to go on. 2-0 up at half-time against Russia. That is absolutely brilliant. We'll do something similar to what we did in the Euros. If we get through in the first 2 matches, then I won't show the third match. If we don't, we will show the third match, and then we'll do the knockout rounds in a separate episode. First round and quarterfinals will be in one, semi-finals and possible finals will be in the next, providing we get through. It would be great to win the World Cup. We've come into it on the back foot, so who knows? Pickering into the middle, that was a dangerous ball, nobody there to meet it though. Dexter Brazil to Tawaya. Now on the ball, he moves right, he has Jesse Price into the middle, it's away. He has Dexter Brazil, Green on the ball, forward to Pickering. Now Omelade to Madu, and he scores his second goal, his 5th in 3 games. That is absolutely brilliant for him. And we're now 3-0 up, and it's time to start protecting some players. We're going to bring Paul Glatzel on. I'm going to bring on Shea Bartlett from Stoke days. Southampton days, I think. Brandon Green, obviously one of our Tottenham players. We're going to bring Rory Tucker on for him. So 3 changes at the 60-minute mark. We're basically protecting 3 of our key players, and making sure that they are available for us for the USA game in a couple of days. But we have absolutely dominated this match, which is great to see. And certainly in the pre-tournament and in this match, this is the old England that I came to know and love when I first took over at the club, pretty much 4 years at the Nation, pretty much 4 years ago now, when we were knocked out of the World Cup, I think. Here's Pickering, chance, oh, good save. Now, here's Tawaya, can he get in? No, he can't. Here he is again. Dexter Brazil. Brooks, forward to Glatzel, who loses it. Glatzel actually did score against China. He hasn't had a chance with Everton since we left. We are going to bring him in to Tottenham for the final season, just as a backup option, really. I don't have any intention of playing him, but I thought it would be good to have Glatzel on board, and it's the final year of the Journeyman. If we have a chance of winning a Champions League or winning the Premier League or whatever, I want to get him in the squad for that final day where we lift the trophy, and just thank him for everything he has done in this series, because he got us from a mediocre League One side to where we are today. He got us into the Premier League with Stoke, and with Stoke he helped us do wonders, and even in Europe he did some good things for Ajax and Porto, and came back and did some good work for Southampton. But he's old now. I think he's 33, so he's not his best anymore. I think if you had him in Championship or League One, he would absolutely rip it to shreds. He can still score Premier League goals. It's just, I don't think he's got that many in him anymore. But anyway, we won 3-0 against Russia, and now it's time to go and get a result against the USA. Well, we've made a few changes for this match. We've brought in Gilchrist, Tucker, Dennis and Long. We want to try and look after the conditions of the players as much as possible. We might even bring off Madu and put in Adilson Gomez instead, who's scored 22 Premier League goals this season. So hopefully he can score some goals today against the USA. And I do want to look after the conditioning of the players as much as I can, because that's one of the battles of tournament football. Goodness me, how short is this pitch? That is absolutely ridiculous. A goalkeeper's kick is perhaps going to go there. That is ridiculous. The pitch is usually up to where our little stats and things are. That's crazy. We've already had 7 shots, by the way. None of them noteworthy, apparently. Here's Dennis into the middle. Long to Green, it's in. It's in, and somehow it's gone down as his goal. And Nick Long gets the assist, of course, but that was a spectacular deflection, to say the least. Nick Long with the pass there. But it's 1-0. Doesn't matter how you win them, as long as we do win them. And if we win today, then I think we're guaranteed to go through, which is brilliant. So that'll be good. Here's McCann. Sheldon gets it away towards Vasquez. Oh, just wide. Could do with that happening a bit less. But yeah, I think we've played well so far. We looked really good against Russia, and I wouldn't expect Russia to be walkovers, but then, we're 20 years in the future, or pretty much. So, who knows? They might not be that good anymore. Dennis into the middle. Long's there, and he puts it in. Nick Long with the second goal of the game. It's 2-0 now. The assist by Alan Dennis, and this has shown me that we've got a little bit of depth in the squad. The switch in the play from Pickering there was brilliant, but Dennis got it in, and Long nodded it in for 2-0. Here's Pickering now. Pickering pushing forward. Here's Long. Long, can he get forward? He can. Dennis there. Good save by Cooper, but certainly an encouraging start of this World Cup, and I can only hope that we'll continue it against Ivory Coast and head through into the knockout rounds with some real confidence behind us. But coming into half-time, 2-0 up, very happy with that. We'll tell them not to be complacent. It would be nice to keep another clean sheet. And, with 4 or 5 changes to this side, we've played pretty much the same standard, which is great. That's all you could ever want as a football manager. Here's Pickering now forward to Adilson Gomez, who loses it. He's going to be a little bit shaky. He's just come back from a couple of week layoff after getting injured in the first 5 seconds of the Holland game. Vasquez has scored, so it's not all over yet. Jimenez with the ball forward, but yeah, I mean, that was just a lapse in concentration, you would say. Ball over the top. Vasquez was there. Hall should have stayed on his line, and yeah, into the middle here. That might have went in without Gilchrist touching it, and he thought, I can guarantee a goal here, and he missed it. 60 minutes gone. I think Gomez is going to come off. We're going to put Glatzel on. I think Glatzel can do a job. And we're going to put Worthington on that left-hand side. And hopefully rekindle the Southampton days of those boys. Worthington had a really good season this year. He's moved to Burnley now and had a really good year in the Premier League, so I'm really happy for him. He didn't really get the first team football at Southampton. Oh, what a goal from Glatzel! Shut up about Worthington. What a World Cup goal that is from Paul Glatzel. Come on, that was fantastic. What I was saying is Southampton didn't really give him the first team football, but Glatzel with a shot, in off the bar, and that is a moment of genius from the man himself, and he's hopefully bagged us the 3 points in this game. We are going to go counter-attacking now and try and hold on to this, but here's Miljevic air away. Now here's Dennis, gets it forward to Glatzel, who doesn't quite get there. Vasquez, it's 3-2 now. This is starting to look a little bit shaky, and if we all of a sudden draw this match, it's different all of a sudden in terms of the feeling. And Mick Hall again, just I don't know what he's doing. He's on a 6.3. I might bring him off and put Kai Davidson in there. I don't think Mick Hall is capable of saving anything today, so we'll bring Davidson in, and hopefully Hall can be back for the next game against Ivory Coast and back to his best. But 5 minutes to go. We're going to go defensive now. This is just getting a little bit too intense for my liking. We've got 10 seconds to hold on here. Worthington into the middle. Tucker on the ball to Dennis, who shoots, and it's a good save from Cooper, and it should be full time. I'm not really bothered about us taking it, and we don't. Full time, 3-2. We beat the Yankees, and we should be going through to the next round. So I think that is where we're going to leave it for this episode. If you have enjoyed that, then make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does help me out. It means a lot to me as well. Subscribe if you'd like to see more Glatzel goals, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.